What's up, YouTube? Thank everybody that went out there and subscribed and liked that last video. If you haven't seen the last video, go check it out. If you have, thank you. And thank you for all the comments and the support. It's making me have more energy to be able to do this right now, and that's what it's all about. This video, we're going to focus on the crooked eye corner. What that's going to be is, if you didn't check the video out, it's going to be 50 books of my collection that I'm putting to the side. We're going to focus on those books every week. We're going to watch what I do with them, buy, sell, and trade, up into the following weeks, and we're going to focus on it for a whole year. At the year's end, we're going to look what I have compared to what I started with, and what the goal is. Now, in the first video, I messed up. The value of these books, once I calculate them, $698. I said $500, I was wrong. So what we're doing is, my early estimation was we're going to shoot for $1,500 total. No longer doing that. It's starting off at $698. I want it to be at least worth $2,000 at the end of the year. And I want one book that's worth $500 by itself. Now, we should exceed those numbers, but that's just the baseline of what I want. Just to get in really quick, we have, to start off, I'm not going to show you all the books because it's going to take way too long. Spawn #1. That's a key that's going to be in there. Now, I tried selling that today, or trading it today, and it didn't work out. You don't always have to just do a deal. It was a comic store. I'm not going to say where it is, but because we're not going to give any negative publicity here. But it was a low ball. He offered me 15. I was looking for 20, 25. Book's value is 30, so he's got to make some money off of it. It just didn't work out. You got to keep in mind, though, when you're doing deals like that, you're not going to shoot for that whole 30, because if you sold it on eBay or something like that, you're going to have to pay fees, this and the third, shipping if you don't get paid for. So you ended up getting that number knocked down a little bit anyways. Sometimes what I like to do is take it to a LCS and try to trade it, because it's easier and more convenient. If I know what the book is worth versus, what eBay is, asking for or whatever, those might line up, and some people might not want to do a trade at an LCS, but it just depends on the book. That was a scenario that didn't work for me, so I just started to walk out. He wanted to offer me 20. I was like, nah, I'm good. Next book here, Wolverine 17. I'm just going to show you some of the key, or some of the, that's not a key, but some of the keys for this set. I have a Submariner #3. Now, the speculation on him is obvious. He's going to be coming in Black Panther, most likely. I think we got it down to about 90%. Dark Horse presents #36. I have a Batman where Bane breaks Batman's back there. Got a Hulk 154. No major key, anything like that, but it's a cool book nonetheless. When you're doing all this, what you have to do is you have to decide. So we have 50 books, but we're not going to buy all, we're not going to sell all of them. We're not going to trade all of them. So what you got to do is you got to make a determination. This is what this book is going to be, set aside for. This is what this book is. I have 3 Spider-Gwens here. Now, these books have jumped just recently. Spider-Gwen #1. But this gets me in my next big topic. I have a 4-tier system that we're going to be putting in place. Tier 1, how much did I pay for this book? In this case, I paid $4 for this book. Okay. Tier 2, what's the market value? Market value right now is $30. Tier 3, what is the ceiling on this book? Ceiling on this book, honestly, with the spec, if it comes into, if Spider-Gwen appears in the Miles Morales, next into the Spideyverse, that's a possibility, or as a real, live action in one of the Spider-Mans, this book's going to take off, and I'm fully aware of that. But I only paid $4 for it. That's what the cover price is. So my determination with the book is going to be a little bit different than somebody that paid $20 or $30 for it right now. I paid for, I've had it for so long that its value has only been $8. So if you use my system of the tier system, paid for, it's been floating around 8 for fair market value for 4 years now. Now that it took a spike, I'll couple these three together. They're all going for about 20, 30 bucks each. I'll couple them all together. Give me a key in its place that's a $60 to $75 key. I'm good. So you got to make a determination on your books. I have a whole group of Spawn. I'm not a huge Spawn fan at all. I have respect for Todd McFarlane and for Image, but I'm not a huge Spawn fan. So for me, those are going to be something I can package together just like those Spider-Gwens, where it's going to be, let me get these together. If I get a key for 80 bucks, because I think I have 16 or 15 Spawn books in here. So if I could get a $75, $80 key, sign me up. It's that Game of Thrones cover. That cover is absolutely disgustingly sick. In a good way. This Hulk #1 series just came out. If you haven't checked that out, amazing series. Peach Momoka on the cover. You got Donny Cates. What else can you say? That's about as, that's like peanut butter and jelly. Donny Cates and Peach Momoka. Next book I have is this Captain Midnight. This is a 10-cent on the cover here. Fawcett Comics. Now, I am a very avid fan of things that are in the beginning. So for me, Eternals was always big. Thor was always big. And when I first started collecting 3 years ago, heavy, because before that I was just minorly collecting. 3 years ago, I really got into Fawcett Publications because you could argue that they started all this. We wouldn't be having this conversation if it wasn't for Fawcett. They got into a lot of legal battles and stuff like that with DC for various reasons, right and wrong reasons on both ends. But this publication, they got some hitters. You wouldn't see Shazam today if it wasn't for them. They got a lot of stuff going for them. That's another Spawn here. Free comic book day. Guardians of the Galaxy annual. We got, I don't know if I showed this yet, but the Avengers 93. Got this DC Comics Presents #8. Beautiful cover. Winter Special. Good stuff. Detective Comics Batman #523. That's a hell of a cover right there. Moon Knight, Jeff Lemire. It's like that peanut butter and jelly situation all over again. Jeff Lemire, Moon Knight. Where does it go wrong? Moon Knight spec coming. Morbius, Rise of the Midnight Suns #1. There's some books in here. Eternals #2 from the second series. More Spawn action. It's just one of them situations where we're going to go through here. This is just the introductory video of what the books are. I will try to put up the values of these books and do all that so you guys have a clear understanding of what books are in here. And when I do the first deals, you know, I'm going to have an updated list of that for sure. In the meantime, I'm going to have another video that's going to come right after this. So stay tuned. Please, for everybody that liked and subscribed already, thank you. If you haven't, please do it, because the content that's coming is going to be nuts. It's going to be better by the day, and that's what I'm hoping for. It's already easier, the second video. So stick around and let's get the ball rolling again.